Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We've still got some small wars going on here, and then I think after that we'll be good to go. We're going to try to annex Tripolitania, and I think we might try to annex Venezuela as well. So let's see. Here's the Haitian Proletarian Revolt. So I think... Ooh, oil and Bolivar. Rubber as well. So, I think once this little war is over... Oh, and this one as well, I guess. Then we'll reduce Venezuela's autonomy, and hopefully that'll let us get everything we want to have. Finances are looking really solid. We've got a truce with Tripolitania for a minute now, for another 3 years. So let's see. What's it going to take to annex them? 4.5 infamy. Alright, that's extremely feasible. Venezuela, it's going to take... it's not even going to tell me how much infamy it'll cost. Well, that's a shame. That's a real shame. A crying shame, in fact. Reducing Java's autonomy is going to take a bunch of infamy, right? Yeah. It's not even going to tell me. I know I just looked at that, but I have a small mind. A small mind. I'm only a cat, full of dumb cat thoughts. Aotearoa is having another capitalist revolt. Either y'all want to be... Ooh, yes. Yes, they do. What about the government? No. Alright. Let's do it. Cool. Well, I'm going to have to find Aotearoa on a map now, aren't I? That's Los Altos. I've been seeing a lot about them. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's the capitalist revolt. This is the area we're going to invade. So we'll go ahead and station the army of Indonesia over here. And we'll go ahead and bring a fleet over. And then, when the time comes, there will be a fun little naval invasion. Is it worth it? Maybe not. We'll find out. Where's the rest of Aotearoa? Let me ask. Here. Brilliant. So actually, our fleet should go closer to the country we are invading. Here. I don't know how well this is going to go, but I think it's going to go pretty well. If this war gets done fast, we'll even be able to reduce Venezuela's autonomy before this one kicks off. Communist uprising in Schleswig. Not willing to become a subject? That's okay. I never did go back and conquer Central Africa. I seem less and less interested in doing that as more games of Victoria 3 happen. I think I just... Portugal, how is this war going so badly for you? How are you losing? Congo doesn't have any guys. Does this state not have a... Hold on. You got a port here, and you got a port here. So clearly you've got access of some kind. Oop. Oh, perfect. Reduce autonomy, 7.0. We can take it. Excellent. Snuck it right in there. Perfection. I'm a boss. Oh, I'm such a boss. Hold on. I can't... How do I fight this war? There's no front. I can't naval invade anywhere. Here's where I need... No passable provinces. This whole territory is impassable. Did I? Am I? Have I made a mistake? Hold on. This country I'm at war with, where are you? By getting real close, you're here. In French East Micronesia? I'm so confused right now. Here's Great Britain. This is also Great Britain. This is me. This is me. Nauru, unincorporated state. This is Aotearoa. All of these are impassable. Does that mean I just lose because I don't have... Heck. Whatever, man. I don't need to be in this. That was weird. I don't know what was going on with that. We have another small revolt in Hejaz. I'm going to not necessarily get involved in that. We have an obligation expiring from Prussia. That's really okay. Egypt offering to owe us an obligation if we back them. I will accept, of course. It's a tiny, tiny war, and I can definitely get an army there. Wow. Dreyfus convicted of treason. Accused of disclosing classified military information to the Italian ambassador in Paris, the Jewish officer Alfred Dreyfus has been judged guilty of treason by the armed forces based off a handwriting analysis and the contents of a secret dossier. Messieurs, I present the intercepted bordereau addressed directly to the Italian ambassador. While the letter's handwriting is no clear match to that of Monsieur Dreyfus, no spy would ever compose a clandestine letter using their own hand. The accused must no doubt have imitated or traced his own handwriting, leaving in it enough of its natural characteristic for his correspondent to recognize it, but introducing into it, for greater safety, alterations borrowed from the hands of his brother and his sister-in-law, in one of whose writings I have discovered the very same double S seen in the bordereau. Cashier him and ship him off to Devil's Isle. Sentence Dreyfus to life in prison. 2 years of 10% reduction in authority. Don't love that. Treason, if only we still had the death penalty, same thing. Or auto forgery, secret dossiers, order discreet inquiry. Alright, hold on. We're going to lose 10% authority regardless. If we cashier him and send him off to Devil's Isle, the armed forces will be stronger by 20% and 2% happier. He has a 50% chance of getting a psychological affliction. Treason, if only we still had the death penalty. Same thing, but he doesn't necessarily go crazy. Or auto forgery, secret dossiers, order a discreet inquiry. This is available because we've got 2 or more levels of home affairs. Limited investigation is undertaken by the government. I'm going to investigate. This is the Dreyfus Affair journal entry. We've seen this one before in a previous run. I'm not necessarily going to get deep into it. It's almost the end of the run in any case. A political movement. Oh, the No Colonial Affairs political movement disbanded. Honestly, I wasn't paying enough attention. I didn't even know that was a movement that we had. Let's build some more ports, friends. I need more convoys to do stuff and things with. And I need to take stuff from France and put it somewhere else. And then I need to take stuff that's in another place and put it in France. Don't you understand? The stuff, and it's got to get to a location. You would visit a location. Let's just throw 10 levels in Picardy. Easy peasy. All right. But we, of course, are low on authority right now, so we'll cut a liquor tax. Let me see. All of our consumption taxes are very, very productive. This here number? Absurd. How much are we actually getting out of this? Like half, because we're so over our gold reserve limit. But, you know, that's okay. We drained the... Did you guys declare bankruptcy at any point? No, they've still got that huge debt. Oh, that's very funny. Their economy is continuing to grow, though, so their debt to GDP ratio is actually kind of decreasing. Unless, of course... We're having a revolt. Hang on, I'm just checking this. I want to see if they defaulted on their debt again. They did not, sadly. We got a religious revolt in Boulogne. I'm just going to throw the... Where are my armies? I'm just going to throw the first army of Indonesia at the problem and see if that solves it. I suspect it will. Scadre du Nord needs another leader. Or more importantly, it needs promotions of the leaders who exist. All these guys are pretty solid, so I'm overall feeling pretty good about their situations. Alright. If I can get a free moment here, I could also reduce Burma's autonomy, and that would really help me in terms of... Oh, no, I actually can't. Not for another 6 months, at least. There's another diplomatic play. Egypt is offering us their support against Communist Boulogne. I don't desire that, Egypt. I came by... I got this obligation fair and square, and I'm going to keep it. By which I mean I'm going to absolve it in, you know, a year or something. How is our relationship with Prussia? Our relationship with Prussia is very, very good. I don't need to absolve this obligation. I'll just let it go. I could take on their debt. It would be nothing to me. It literally wouldn't... It wouldn't impact hardly anything. Magnus Blair. That's a British person for sure. I'm Scottish. My bad. Learn something new every day. Alright. So yeah, short war in Hejaz didn't even scratch the didn't scratch anything, didn't go anywhere. We got an agitator. We got this fabulous agitator, actually. A Central American jingoist with a wonderful hat. A 61-year-old. Everyone likes this guy. He's a huge firebrand, he's ambitious, he's charismatic. I wish he wasn't agitating for something that I genuinely do not have any interest in enacting. On the other hand, though, things are going pretty well in France overall. We've basically evened out our radicals versus loyalists, and standard of living is about to crack 15, which I'm feeling pretty pleased about. What else can I continue to do? Let's build up some more military... Let's build up some more war machine industries, so that I don't wind up in a situation later with not having the war machine industries. I want to have, once again, the AI has... the private sector has chosen to place war machine industries every which-aware. So I guess we'll just kind of round off some of the ones they've built and see how it goes. Sweden would like a defensive pact. I am not excited about that idea, so I'm going to go ahead and decline. This doesn't spark joy. Defensive pact with Sweden. I hear defensive pact. I go, this sparks joy. Defensive pact with Sweden does not spark joy. And Warsangali is once again... Things are kicking off over there. East Africa, I have not done any colonization there. I could have done, but I did not. I'm starting to think might be time to go a little bit Genghis Khan, go a little bit Goblin mode with my reputation. But I really want to. Oh, Jean Jaurès, Jaurès, you hold on. You gotta get out of here. What are you? You're a social democrat. Jean Jaurès, you're an historical character, and you're on death's door. I'm being facetious. He's only 71. But nevertheless, he's agitating, and I don't love it. It's time to go. Time to go. No, we got quite enough social democracy with... Oh no, we're not a social democratic government anymore. That's interesting. There's a war with communist Boulogne. Cleaning off hell on earth. Again, the perpetrators will pay for their crimes, and it won't happen again this time. You know, it's almost like... Ooh, Tripolitanian aristocratic revolt. Well, that's fun. Can I use this as an excuse to annex Tripolitania? Because that's really what I would like to do. I got two separate fronts over here. I got two separate fronts, but I've got also two separate armies mobilized already. That's the Army of West Africa going there, and the First Army of Indonesia is also an army. So we'll put them in the southern front, and that's how we'll get this thing done. And then in another few years, we'll just go ahead and annex you, Tripolitania. You're just going to get annexed. I know this is kind of how I ended the last France run, annexing Tripolitania and Venezuela, but I think they'll all agree that we've done a lot better this time around. Flash freezing for fishing and whaling industries. I think it's going to be the right call to switch over to those, but I'm not sure. We'll at least look into it. We'll do a little study. Brazilian mass migration. Wonderful. Tea plantations. We have 4 tea plantations and none of them are productive. Time for you to go. I don't need this tea. Someone else can have that tea. Quite a few sugar plantations that are unproductive as well. And banana plantations. Of course, we've got tons of banana plantations. We're full of fruit. I'm chock full of fruit. Togo, swing and a miss. Get something else. Do something else with your economy. Panama, I don't need no bananas. I'm not trying to make some kind of banana kingdom. Panama, we're going to do something else with all this productive land. Let's build ourselves... Oh God, you got livestock plantations. Let's build tobacco plants. Our livestock ranches are doing okay, but let's make some tobacco plants. That'll be better for you. Did I have Panama incorporated? I do. Wonderful. Is New Grenada my subject yet? I know it isn't, because I haven't made them my subject, because it's been too much infamy, but I still wish they were. Alright, what's going over here? This is Mahra, where we're having some sort of military revolt situation. Can I get a subject out of it? Looks like no. Seems like I don't care then. We're nearly done with our new war machine industries, so I'm hoping that's going to help us in the event of a big old war happening. Long-term strategic goals, yeah, we're going to try to annex Tripolitania and Venezuela to get a lot of oil. If I were going to go real long with this run, I would try to annex the Ottoman Empire and Egypt to get myself just all of the oil, because right now the Ottoman Empire has oil-producing territories, but I don't think it's producing much oil in them, truth be told. Yeah, like these zones, they have virtually none oil production. Are you goofed, Ottoman Empire? Is that... Things are really rough over there, huh? I know we've had some fights, but our relationship is better than it was for a very long time. I don't know. I'm really hoping that in the new... I know that they had on their wish list some kind of investment mechanic. I know they got that on the docket. So I think that's going to be really useful in the new update. Okay, so how long until we can annex Tripolitania? 27 months. Okay, so I think as soon as this war ends, we're going to grab some autonomy off of Burma and get them nice and blue. And then I think... No, actually, we got plenty of episode left. So what are my ambitions till then? I want to get one more subject or two. Maybe I'll grab this chunk of Netherlands off of... maybe I'll grab this tiny chunk of Denmark. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Britain's going crazy again. Oh man, if I could get a bankroll for Britain again, that would be the funniest. Oh my goodness. There are numerous options. can't do this. Are you going to tell me why not? Oh, they just don't have anything they would be interested in granting me. What about the government? Transfer states, transfer subjects, diplomatic pacts. Get a trade agreement. States. I get Guatemala. This is British Guatemala, right? Not making that up? Alright. Guinea. Oh, I could get British Guinea. Hold on. British Guinea is just... I don't know, it's this tiny bit. Tiny sliver of Guinea. Be nice to have, though. Transfer subjects. I could get Denmark. Oh. Heck yes. I would love to have Denmark. Great Britain. Absolutely. Give me Denmark. Shove me full of Denmark. Brilliant. Alright, so now we will mobilize the 3rd Corps. Send them to the main front. We'll mobilize the 2nd Corps. Send them to the front. No, we'll send them to the main front as well. And then we'll mobilize the Army of Africa, of North Africa. We'll put them on the secondary front. In Ireland. And does Rebel Great Britain hold any of the other, the British territory overseas? Looks like no. So that'll be just fine. So now I'm just hoping that this war finishes out before the other one. Capitals revolt in Gobir. Neither side seems like it's willing to become my subject, but we'll find out in a second. And another revolt in Neged. Low organization. Ah, Ferdinand Foch passed. Well, that's fine. It seems he was the only one holding 3rd Army Corps together. So, we'll need some guys. You are a land reformer, reserved mountain combat expert. You're also a reserved mountain combat expert. Are you guys related? De Persigny, de Gousset? Doesn't look like it. You're a jingoist, and you're a land reformer. So, we'll go with the land reformer. Land reform seems nice in the abstract. Not very kingly, but you know, could be done. And then we'll grab, oh, you're a brave defensive strategist and a social democrat. You'll be just fine. So is the 3rd Corps on the front already? It looks like they are. Are they gaining an org? Yes. Alright, so we'll put them on defense for the time being. And until they get up there in organization. What about you? Are you willing to be my subject? No? Alright. In that case, neutrality. I'm just doing realpolitik over here. Okay. Egypt doesn't want anything, doesn't want to pull me into this one, which is completely fine with me. I'm completely happy with them not getting involved in Egypt during this war. Oof. That's a really rough penalty. I didn't realize this army was doing that poorly. That's okay though. Leonard von Braunschweig has been exiled from Hanover. That's exciting. We've got a narrow window of peace happening. Burma, my friends. Time for you to have reduced autonomy. 4.8 infamy. Don't mind if I do. Very nice. And now we're in a war in Great Britain. It's not a war with Great Britain, but it's a war in Great Britain. And that should be just fine. I'm feeling pretty good overall. This army is suffering a lot of attrition. Oh, just weekly attrition risk from being on a front. Well, that is what it is, I suppose. So I think once we get above 75% organization, we'll order the army to go on the offensive. We're up against British communists, supporting the British government. I know that sounds very, very silly, but it's what we're currently doing. There's an absolutely massive battle happening here. We are on offense. Excuse me. Where is... In Picardy. You mad lads. Maybe mobilize my first army. I'm gonna have to defend Picardy now. You wild bunch. You absolute wild bunch. That was behaviorism. Alright, you cost me a lot of money. Well done. Alright, so now there are 2 fronts. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. We're going to send another army over here. And we got a front over here in this area pushing down from the north, so I'm feeling pretty confident overall in our ability to win this war. This one's about to pop off with no problems. Burma is blue, which makes me very happy. I'm very glad that that's happening. Let's see, we got a battle happening over here. The enemy's got very strong siege artillery, but we've got heavy tanks and medium tanks and light tanks. It's tanks all the way down, friends. We got a lot of tanks. We're in tanks heaven over here. How's the market? Market's doing a lot better, producing a lot more tanks. Pretty pleased that I expanded those war machine industries. Feeling overall really, really confident in my ability to win a war against a bunch of communist rebels. In this battle we are losing despite the blunder of our enemies. I think we just don't have enough guys in the fight, but I'm also not, I'm unbothered by this. We're getting a big ol' win in the ocean. I think they might be using just basic production methods for their ships, which would be pretty funny if true. Obviously, I don't have any proof that it is, but you know, we got 2 fronts. The fronts here are kind of wonky, I will say. Enemy in default, very good. Kind of wish these 2 fronts would sort of merge here so that we would not have a weird situation on here. I think they might be about to. We'll see if we can win this battle before our enemies win the battle over there. Hey, hooray, we did it. Alright, so you're over there and you're going over here, and that's, I think, exactly where we want the fronts to be. So if we can get this one closed out, if we can conquer man to serve man. It's a cookbook! A cookbook! That's an old Twilight Zone episode. We are winning this attack, though, which I'm feeling pretty pleased about overall. We've got a hold of a lot of territory over here, and we're fighting another absolutely massive, huge, ridiculously large battle here. I gotta say, I'm enjoying the battle for Reading, and I'm enjoying going to Great Britain every time I feel like fighting a nice little war, having myself some fun fighting a war in Great Britain, just causing a lot of devastation over there in Great Britain. We're really reaping the whirlwind of our playing BSing games with Great Britain's national debt, and you know, despite the overall high cost, I'm feeling pretty good about it. This is draining our reserves a little bit, but we're still way over our maximum, so I think I'm just gonna let it ride. I can deal with another 70 weeks of this before things get silly, so I'm feeling pretty good overall. Russia is getting help from the United States in a diplomatic play against a country with no battalions, which I guess good for the United States. You're really doing your part? You're doing your part? We keep losing a battle over here and having the front switch up, which is kind of weird and funny. Where's the enemy capital right now? Okay, it's home counties. Hey, we finally got up to 15 standard of living. That's wonderful. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm very pleased. You cannot even begin to imagine how pleased I am. Pleased as punch. So, it looks like Communist Great Britain's war exhaustion is increasing rapidly, so this war will probably be sorted out pretty soon. I'm going to improve relations with Denmark in order to make them feel happier about us being friends. And then maybe I'll reduce their autonomy as soon as the war is over and all my battalions are demobilized. I'm going to go ahead and declare neutrality in this situation because I don't want 900 notifications down here. And then once this war ends, I'll probably put an end to the episode. And we'll kind of sail in there. I guess we've had a treaty port in Denmark for a while, which has given us access to the British market, which might have given us access to the British market. I forgot that Prussia seized a treaty port in Jutland forever ago. On the other hand, it might not have. I know that there's some bugginess with treaty ports and whatnot. There's an Ainu uprising happening in Japan. Do you need my help, Japan? I don't think you do. Alright, there's that. So that means Great Britain wants to trade British Guinea for French Gambia. I don't desire this. I don't desire to normalize anything. Okay. Army of North Africa needs a new leader. This guy's cruel, but he's an offensive planner and a Democrat. This guy's a defensive strategist and an integralist. We'll get both. I'll spring for both. Both? Both is good. Both of these guys. Alright, and now Denmark is my protectorate. So, you know, what if I reduced your autonomy? They might not accept. Well, it would be a tragedy if they did not accept. So, I'll just go ahead and live with that for now. Escadre du Nord needs a new leader. This guy is persistent and a naval commander. It's very important for a naval commander. It's very important to have a naval commander commanding your navy, I always say. That's the wisdom of my people. Let's go ahead and grab the Army of West Africa and send them to Mecklenburg. And unfortunately, because we've got two fronts, we're going to need two armies, so we'll grab the Army of Latin America, and we'll put them over there as well. And, yeah, I think once the year comes into an end, we'll be good to go. Egypt wants to offer us support, but I don't need Egypt's help with this. It's Mecklenburg. It's not that big of a country. Another 15 months of our truce with Tripolitania. So I'm feeling pretty good overall about our ability to get that done when it's time to get it done. We got an exile from Tidor. Tidor is another country I want to reduce the autonomy of eventually. Can I do that right now? They will accept. Yeah, let's do it. They've accepted. Beautiful. And are they blue yet? Not yet. They're getting there, though. They're getting there, though. You could be blue. You could be blue if you try. Not yet. Maybe I need to go over here. I'll go over here. I'll turn my back, and if you're blue when I get back, I'll be delighted. Are you blue yet? Not yet. Well, they're sorting this. Hey, there we go. See, it's the surprise that makes it fun. All right. Well, things are about to pop off in Mecklenburg. Before that happens, do I have any other subjects whose autonomy I wish to reduce? Let's see. A bunch of protectorates. Well, Banjar still. I could reduce Banjar's autonomy for sure. That's Brunswick. Could definitely do with them. This autonomy they'll accept. Wonderful. Brunswick. Which one of you is Brunswick? They will accept. Wonderful. Brunswick accepts. Alright. Who else? Who else? Who else? Denmark, obviously. French South Africa. Oh, interesting. Greece? No, Greece are in the good books. Greece are in our good books for sure. Shewa, not reducing them yet. Java. I wonder if Java will say yes this time around, if I do. They will. 14.4 infamy, that'll put me over. Oh, I'm okay with a little infamy. In exchange for blue, no. Actually, no. I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. There will be an opportunity later. I'm gonna exercise self-restraint, a thing I'm not so good at in grand strategy games. Neutrality over there, and things are about to pop off in Mecklenburg. New Grenada wants a trade agreement. Absolutely, New Grenada. I would love to have a trade agreement. You're in a market all by yourself. What if I made you a protectorate? Finally decided to have your own market, huh? Let me see what you need. You need... Well, actually, let's do this at the beginning of the next episode, because we got a war popping off in Mecklenburg, and we're going to be doing some trade with New Grenada, and that'll be just nice. But that'll be it for tonight. I've had fun. I hope you've had fun as well, and I will see you all on the other side.